Students will be learning one interesting lesson, that is symmetry, reflection and rotation. First we'll take the first aspect, that is symmetry. See, this particular word itself means something is identical, something is similar. So what do you understand by symmetry? I'll first tell you, and then I will explain you which all parts of a particular figure will be symmetrical. That I will discuss in detail, and this video will be talking about symmetry only. So let us learn. I have drawn some of the figure. Can you see some all the English letter also I have written, but I have written in a particular order that I will tell you. If you keep watching this video, you will understand. First of all, what do you understand by symmetry? Symmetry means a body, a figure, when it is divided into some part or parts, and then each part will be same shape and size. That means one of the part, if you superpose on other, this will be exactly superposing. Understood? No. A body can be made into some part or parts, and each part will be same in shape and size. Those bodies will be called as symmetrical body or symmetric, or those body will have exhibit symmetry. Could you understand? So you understand what is called symmetry now. That means, you see, I am standing in front of you. See, if you imagine, if you are drawing a line exactly in between the nose and in between my two legs, both the parts of the body will be identical. That means both the parts of the body will have same shape and size, and if you make one part over the other, that will completely superpose. That is what I have taken here, the example. See, I have taken the first figure, A, an isosceles triangle. Can you see? Isosceles triangle, by the symbol you can come to know this triangle is isosceles triangle. Assume if you are drawing a line here. Through that line, this figure, this part will be identical to this part. That means if you cut from that and if you fold it, if you make a crease and fold this part will be this one. So these two parts are symmetrical, and this is called line of symmetry. So this body is having the linear symmetry, and this is called line of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Now it is not necessary that all the figure or all the bodies will have symmetry. It is not necessary that all the body will have only one symmetrical body will have only one line of symmetry. Not necessary. Let us see how many lines of symmetry and which way. What is the axis? See, here is an equilateral triangle. See, from the vertex, from each vertex to the opposite side, midpoint of the opposite side, if you draw a line, this will be symmetrical, these two triangles will be symmetrical. Again from there, if you make, that will be symmetrical, and then again if you are drawing another line through this vertex, it will be symmetrical. So it has got three lines of symmetry, line A, line B and line C, isn't it? So these all are called line of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Okay, I hope you understand what is called line of symmetry and axis. Take the case of line. Can it be symmetrical? Can you make any thing? Can you draw a line to be symmetrical? No, from the midpoint, line segment we say, from the middle point of the line, if you draw a line axis, that will be symmetrical. So a line segment will have, or a line will have one line of symmetry. Take the case of angle. See, two rays meeting a point, that is called angle. OA and OB are the two rays. Now, if you draw a imaginary line, straight line you draw please, with the help of scale, that will be better. This is the line of symmetry or axis of symmetry for an angle. Similarly, see, this is a rectangle. Rectangle, how many? If you draw horizontally one line, that will be symmetrical. If you fold one part over the other, it will be superposing. Now you draw another one, this is vertically, this is horizontally. So it will have two lines of symmetry. Say a rectangle will have two lines of symmetry. Take the case of square. See, here one, vertically one, horizontally one. Now diagonally also two lines you can draw. These two diagonals. So it will have how many lines of symmetry? A, B, C, D and E. 4 lines of symmetry, isn't it? How many lines of symmetry? It will have line A, line B, line C and line D. So there will be 4 lines of symmetry, isn't it? So a square will have 4 lines of symmetry. Take the case of parallelogram. Parallelogram, will it have a line of symmetry? No, it don't have a line of symmetry, because this part, if you are folding, it will not superpose, this will come here. This part, it will come here. Whereas, take the case of, so mind it, rhombus will not have any line of symmetry. Could you understand? Now, take the case of, parallelogram will not have any line of symmetry. Parallelogram doesn't have a line of symmetry. But take the case of rhombus, you draw an axis through this, draw an axis through this. It will have 2 lines of symmetry, rhombus, isn't it? But you can't draw vertically or horizontally. It will not be, because see, this angle has to meet with this angle. If you are doing this angle, will be meeting to this angle, and this way this angle will be meeting to this angle. But if you are drawing vertical axis or the horizontal axis, it will not. So a rhombus will have 2 lines of symmetry, whereas a parallelogram doesn't have line of symmetry. Mind it. Now, take the case of this C. This is a pentagon. It is a regular pentagon. That means all the interior angles are equal. Then only. If it is, take the case of scaling triangle, all the 3 sides are not equal. Can you draw in line of symmetry? You can't draw in line of symmetry. So scaling triangle will not have any line of symmetry, whereas isosceles triangle will have only 1 line of symmetry, and equilateral triangle will have 3 lines of symmetry. Now try to understand. See, in case of pentagon, here 1 line of symmetry, here all the vertices crossing the vertex and opposite midpoint, opposite side midpoint, this vertex with opposite side midpoint, this side midpoint, this vertex with opposite side midpoint. That many lines of symmetry can be drawn. How many lines of symmetry? You can find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, 4 lines of symmetry. No? A pentagon will have how many? See, 1, it has got 5 angles, so 5 lines of symmetry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here another one I have not drawn. 5 lines of symmetry. Could you understand? If you mark it A, B, C, D, E, and F. This many lines of symmetry. A regular pentagon will have. Regular hexagon. See how many? Regular hexagon will have more. 1, 2, angle to angle. 3. Now side to side also. 4, 5, 6 lines of symmetry. A regular hexagon will have. Now a circle will have infinite line of symmetry. Infinite. So many lines of symmetry can be drawn through the center of the circle. So circle will have infinite. Take the case of butterfly. How many lines of symmetry? Can you draw a horizontal line and make it symmetrical? No. If you have a vertical line exactly in between, just like human figure, it will be symmetrical. So it will have only 1 line of symmetry a butterfly will have. See, if we take the case of half moon, semicircle, you will have only 1 line of symmetry. Could you understand? Now we move on to English letter. In the English alphabet, there are 26 letters. I will talk to you about each letter. What will be the line or lines of symmetry? It is not necessary that it will have all the letter will have line of symmetry. It is not necessary that some of the letter will have only 1 line of symmetry. Some letters have got more line of symmetry. See, letter A, you can draw 1 line of symmetry. Letter B, this way. Letter C, this way. Letter D, this way. letter E this way, letter K this way, letter M this way, letter T this way, letter U this way, letter V this way, letter W will be this way, letter Y will be this way. This all will have one line of symmetry. What are the letters? A, B, C, D, E, K, M, T, U, Y, W and X. That will have one line of symmetry for English alphabet. This is one line of symmetry. One line of symmetry. These all letters. Now see, I have taken this one, H, I and X. See, H you can draw one line of symmetry vertically, another line of symmetry horizontally also. Could understand? I also similarly you can draw one vertical line and one horizontal line as well. X also you can have one vertical line, one horizontal line. So this will have two lines of symmetry. Three letters in the English alphabets are having two lines of symmetry. Two lines of symmetry. Could you understand? Now children, I will tell you, these all are figure you see. F. Can you draw anyhow vertically, horizontally or any diagonally? Can you draw any line of symmetry or axis of symmetry? F cannot, G cannot, J cannot, L cannot, N cannot, P cannot, Q cannot, R cannot, S cannot, Z cannot. This many letters in the English alphabet will have no lines of symmetry. These will have no lines of symmetry. Could you understand? In English letter, these all will be there. So A, B, C, D, E, K, M, T, U, Y, W and V, W will be, Y will be having one line of symmetry. H, I, X will have two lines of symmetry, and F, G, J, L, K, M, P, Q, R, S, Z will have no lines of symmetry. I hope you have got the conception of line of symmetry. And then what is the point of symmetry? The particular point that I will talk to you when I will be talking to you about rotational symmetry. Could you understand? I hope you have understood it. Now I will take some of the, I will teach you about rotational symmetry first. Then we'll solve some of the sums. Then we'll go for reflection and rotation.